So, okay. So here, let us see the simple equivalent. What is the equivalent value of your ASCII character? For example, 0, the equivalent character, equivalent binary digits are 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So if it is a 8-bit, in front of this, you can place it 0, 0. So probably it is a 8-bit value. Okay. So this is the equivalent 8-bit binary value, so that you can push it to any port. Okay. So in that port particular, the virtual memory, that is virtual port, it will show you your hexadecimal as 30. Okay. This you can see for each and every character. Okay. For example, I want to send this character to any other external device. For example, see, I will draw a simple 8051. Okay. So through my program, so I have my program which will be sending the character. So this is my program, okay, which is in the ROM. Through this programming, I may send a character 0 to 0 or A or B or whatever may be the characters, ASCII characters. Okay, it is a small letter or capital letter, whatever may be. I'll be sending through any one of the port 1 or port 0. So through this port, you can interface with some external device like LCD or whatever may be. So this data will be passed to the external device, and there it has to convert this ASCII code to, once again, it is in the binary value while passing, that is 8-bit number. As per here, the value A character, it is converted into binary, equivalent binary, 8-bit equivalent binary. After getting into here, once again the 8-bit binary is converted into ASCII. That will be displayed on the LCD. So this conversion should be there in both the devices. Okay, that will taken care by the converter. Just our program is just send a character to any one of the port, that will take care of anything. So now let us see 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is ASCII character, the equivalent binary values. It is there. Okay. So equivalent binary, for example, for 0, the equivalent binary value is 1140. Equivalent hexadecimal value is 30. Okay, it starts from 30. Okay, 30, 31, 32. For A, it is 41. For B, it is 42, 43, 44. Okay, let us see these values are visible on the particular port pins. Okay, let us see that. Let me go to the program. I will explain simple program. See, so these values we are taking into array, right? These are all character. So we have mentioned unsigned character. So I'm taking Z as a variable which is used as a looping. So I initialize 0, check the condition for 10 values for every element we are just pausing or not. So if Z equal to 0, the 0th element will be passed to port 1. This is my simple program. So for every iteration, Z will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 9. So 0 to 9, that will be 10. So we have 10 elements. The size is 10. Okay. So this character I'm just pausing to the port 1. So this is for simple delay. So if you want, you can use it or you can neglect it, no problem. Okay. So this is a program I'm going to implement. So just we will share the software. So anybody can, if you have interest, we can discuss and write the program. Okay. So anyone can tell me what is the first instruction I should use? Header file, # include org 51 H. Okay, this is my first header files I'm using. So in my program, I'm not going to use any global variable. Fine. So I can straightly go to the main program. For the function main, I'm using void as a return function. So nothing I'm going to return. Once again, I'm not passing any value. So it is once again void. So my body of the function. Okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to design an array, right? So unsigned array, my number, what is my number? Let me have a size as 10. Okay, open the braces or just have a character double quotes. So I'm just going to give my values. Is CB. Okay. So this is my character. I think I have shared the software. Okay. Okay. Yes. Where is the software? Okay, this is my array. Okay. So one more variable. Okay, sorry. One more variable I want. So I'm going to use unsigned another character. Here it should be character. Okay. Data type. So Z. So I have designed one array variable and another variable as both are character data type. So let us have a loop. So in this loop, I'm just assigning one variable for pointing each and every element of the array. Z. So Z less than 10. Z plus plus. Okay. So just I'm opening the body of the for loop. So here I'm going to pass my value to the port 1. Port 1 equal to what is I should mention? I should mention my array number. Sequentially, I'm going to pass it to the port 1. Okay, right. So this is my program. That's it. I will build the program. Let us check any error, no error. So if you want, you can use it some for loop for delay, how sequentially very to visualize each and every character and its equivalent binary value on the port 1. We can have delay for every data send. We can look into that. Yeah, the data is passing. Otherwise, it will execute fastly and you cannot identify that. I'll use some 3000 A++. Okay. So this is the for loop. Just for okay, as a delay I'm using. So I have what I want to use it. So I have used a variable, but I have not declared. So I'm going to declare here unsigned whether it is int or character data type. Anybody strong in C language? Int or character? Even yesterday class we discussed it should be int data type because here the data we are assigning to the variable a which is greater than 255. Okay. So every increment, so the a will jump from 255, 256, 257 like that. So it should be int. So which tells you it is 16-bit data type. Okay. Now I'll run the program. Okay. So as per my program, which port I required is I required port 1. So I'll remove rest of the port. So in default, it is opening. So you cannot see that port. Just go to peripheral, input output port, port 1. Click on that. So you can see the port. Okay, as per this port, I want to see that my data, that is 0 ASCII character. So equivalent ASCII character here, it should be 30, 8-bit binary value. It is, you will get 0, 3 in hexaform, that is 0, sorry, 3, 0, which, okay. Now I'll run the program. You can see that, see 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 41 for ABC. Okay. So that you can see that. So this is the character, the equivalent 8-bit value. Once you pass it to port 1, it will give you the equivalent 8-bit data. And this 8-bit data, if you pass it to some other external LCD or whatever may be, they will take this data and they will convert into, once again, this type of character, convert into ASCII character, and that can be displayed on the display device. So that's why, so in intermediate, there is some data conversion happens. Okay. Okay. Just we are converting whatever we are giving input data, whatever the input data, that is character or hexadecimal or decimal, whatever may be. This is converted to 8-bit data. Just we are passing to any external device or wherever you want. So in the external device, they will take this 8-bit data and convert it into what is the exact requirement for a decimal you want as a display, it will display. Okay. So this is the back end of the hardware. Yes. Okay. Any doubt? Shall we move on to the next program? Could you able to understand what is happening? Just we are sending a character to the port 1, but port 1, it will never show you that it is 0, 1, 2. No, it will show equivalent binary value. So each and for 0, it will show equivalent binary value. Since it is a character, ASCII character, so this equivalent binary value I have shared in the table, which is here. You can see whatever the character you pass, so this character, the equivalent, for example, if you send this type of thing, so for example, symbols, so equivalent binary value will be passed on the particular port. Okay. So simple example. So next we will see another program. We'll try to execute. So here, here is a program to toggle. Okay, that is we are taking any one particular pin, one particular port pin. Okay. See port pins, for example, if it is a 8051, this is your 8051 microcontroller. Okay. So let us assume this is your port 2. Okay, this is your port 2. So it has 8 pins, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let us. Okay, so this entirely we have 8 pins. Okay, 8 pins for port 2. So this can be port 2.0 and this can be last one can be port 2.7. So we have 8. So internally, we have a register that is 8-bit register. Okay, that is port 2. We have 8-bit register in SFR register. This is in the SFR. In SFR register, that is internal RAM, what we say. So here we have port 2. If you control here, so if you control by using this register, if you control here, if I place it 1 here, that is P2.0, if you set to 1, then this will reflect here. Sorry, P2.0 first. Okay, this one will reflect here. So here it will be 5 volt potential. Okay. So for here, if you place one, that is P2.7. So here this particular will reflect here. So this it will be 5 volt. So rest everything will be 0 volt. All the pins. So by this way, you can interface some LEDs. Okay. So you can interface some LED here. Okay. So you can interface some LEDs. So if it is high, then probably this LED will glow. So if you interface some other LEDs here, automatically these particular LEDs will not glow or unglow. Okay. So this is where you can control any external hardware. Okay. So any external hardwares you can easily control. This is external to the controller. So these external hardwares can be controlled by using this kind of program. Okay. Single bit. So if it is a complete port, you can interface with some other LEDs. Completely you can control. Okay. So simple application I told. See, so here what we are going to do is very important. We are going to use S-bit SFR. Okay. These are all some predefined derivatives in embedded C for particularly 8051. So what does it say actually? So I have already explained you what is S-bit and what is SFR. So SFR, once again, I'll repeat, SFR to access complete 8-bit data. This is to access only single bit data, single bit operation. Okay. This everything belongs to SFR, special function register, starting from the address 80H to FFH. So in this address, all the registers are there, many registers like A, B, P0, P1, so P2. So, and we have TCON, everything are there. All control registers are there. So we can, those registers are bit and byte addressable. There are both. Okay. That you must prepare. So I told you that this is bit operation, this is byte operation. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to toggle this particular pin, that particular pin I'm going to toggle. So I'm assigning S bit. Okay. This is my defined, my own, this is my user defined. Okay. I can name it as different name. S bit, I'm just assigning this particular port pin to this variable. Okay. Now wherever this variable, see I'm using my bit equal to 1. So now this one will be here, this particular port pin will be set. That is the 5 volt will be moved to this particular port pin. Okay, wherever I use my bit, I move some data to the my bit. So this will automatically reflect to the this particular pin that is port 2.4. That is port pin 2.4 will be reflected. That is the meaning. Only one pin. If I want complete port, see I'm using here SFR is a derivative. Okay. So here I'm using my own username, port 0. I can use any name here equal to this address. Where is this address? So which is nothing but port 0 in memory in 80H is nothing but 80H address, which is another name is port 0 register. If you control that register, automatically port 0 will be controlled. See, I'm going to toggle this particular pin and also port 0. So, right, it's very simple, but I have used these two file library directives so that for later on, you must be understanding if I use S bit or SFR bit, SFR thing. See, here nothing. This is nothing but port 0 only. No need to worry about. See, in while loop, I'm going to use, that is my bit equal to 1. I'm just setting this bit as 1. And port bit, I'm just giving some value for toggling and having a delay, small delay. Then once again, we are making a 0. Once again, this 55 alternative is AA. So that other bit will be toggled here. So just then add delay, simple thing. Just toggling a program. If you want, we can simply copy this program. Go to this. So here I will the same program I will use. Run the program. Okay, no error. See here you should assign port 0 equal to address. Which SFR address. So I will debug the program. After debugging, I want port 0 and this particular pin. Port 0 and this particular pin. So I'm using port 0 and I'm using port 2. Okay. So now I'll run the program. See, here the values are toggled. Port 0 is toggled by 2 values. And the port pin 2.4, here 2.4. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. See, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth pin is toggled. Okay, continuously. Just only we are setting clearing. Setting clearing. In between, you are having a one delay. This is delay. If you want, you are using some for loop and just continuously iterating. That's it. So, any doubt you can ask me. Just toggling, simple program. These are all how you can, how you are controlling the port pins of your controller by using C language. Okay, we have seen simple program, how we are controlling port pins of your particular C language, how we are sending a character to the particular port. Okay, these are all simple program. In later classes, we will discuss little bit complex programs. So any doubt students can ask in the beginning itself. So later on, don't get confused. It's very simple C language only. So most of the things will be C language. Only few things are you must keep in mind. What is the register name? You should keep in mind. Address you should keep in mind.